you going? Coming soon.
A landmark law in Australia that could enforce some of the world's toughest controls on social media and set a benchmark for other countries.
Users younger than 16 will soon be banned from platforms including Instagram and TikTok after lawmakers overwhelmingly approved the bill. Prime Minister Anthony Albanese, who is eyeing an election early next year, says the legislation is needed to protect young people from the harms of social media.
Though I do want to say that recent polling, although limited, does show support from Australian parents and caregivers. 77% of Australians surveyed agree with the age limit. But as you've already mentioned, experts on digital safety and mental health are questioning if this bill could be more harmful than helpful. The methods on implementing the ban are still unclear, but whether it's facial recognition or identity information, privacy groups are concerned about the data that will be collected from users. Mental health groups are worried about how this could isolate young people and lead them into darker corners of the internet.
Ah, arrogance and stupidity all in the same package. How efficient of you.
Well, we've discussed in the past before about age verification, online censorship, these online bills that are coming in. They say, oh, we're going to protect the children. And I've always said that people are going to take advantage of this situation. Besides those who want to censor the internet, there's always a buck to be made when it comes down to it. And the thing about it is the ambulance chasers are already out there. Yeah, that's right. There are those, and I'm not hitting on the profession of legal. Everybody should have lawyers. I have lawyers. It's a good thing to have lawyers. But then there are those that are, how can I put it? They are personal injury lawyers. There are some that are out there that are, and I'm not saying every lawyer, but there are those out there that are scum.
How many of you saw this man carelessly and without regard for life and property careen into my clients at almost 85 miles per hour? And who of you will tell their story to my young 24-year-old Miss International wet T-shirt champion nymphomaniac secretary? Go!
That they will look for anything. I mean, if you see these commercials about certain drugs that have failed, Johnson & Johnson being lawsuit, or this particular company is being sued, and they say, "Oh, you might get something out of it, and such," and you get next to nothing. I've been sent legal letters for everything from when I've used H&R Block and other tax filing websites, or a particular thing that I've bought and stuff like that. And they said, "Well, you can get money back on this. You'll get a big payout." And in the end, when you look at the paperwork itself and you read very carefully, $10, $50, $100, because you're paying legal fees, and plus you're not the only one that they're contacting. There are thousands upon thousands of people that they contact. I mean, you think your settlement's going to be $100,000, $1 million, $2 million, $10 million? No. That's not how it works. And the thing about it is that, and like I said, I have a lawyer. I've had to deal with multiple lawyers with certain legal aspects of the situation, including the purchase of this new facility that we had. We had to go through a legal process. Because if you ever buy a home, there's a lot of detail, and there are multiple lawyers that handle this situation. For real estate lawyers, you have people that handle others, There are separate lawyers that handle certain aspects of the deal, depending on what's going on. And sometimes you're dealing with, if you're selling one property to buy another property, you're dealing with multiple lawyers there. Hopefully you try to condense everything down, that one lawyer will handle all the real estate deal at one time, but still you're dealing with multiple lawyers, especially when you're selling and buying. And the thing is, sometimes it's not even your own lawyer that's handling the sale and purchase. You have the opposite lawyer that you have to deal with to that situation. But let's not get into the real estate and stuff like that. This is a little bit more important right now. Back a bit, we talked about the Kansas age verification law, that there are certain law firms going out there that are sort of feeling the water, as they say, and they're putting their toes in to see if anything bites. Well, we're hearing now that one personal injury law firm is beginning to advertise itself out there and trying to actually, they're sending out demand letters to certain adult entertainment websites. They're already ahead to this situation. And the thing about it is, we still, and they're trying to jump to this because there is a scotus hearing coming up in the new year in February. So they're trying to jump ahead to the situation, because if SCOTUS votes for that this is unconstitutional, that's going to wipe the deck clean on all these age verification laws. And I expect that to happen. And I really true. That's why there's this push immediately. So from Adult Video News, FSC, which is Freedom Speech Coalition, adult site threatened over age verification in Kansas. The Free Speech Coalition announced that it was notified by an adult entertainment website that it was the target of a demand letter from a Kansas-based personal injury law firm advertising itself as a plaintiff attorney to enforce the state age verification statute. From the Free Speech, this is the announcement that they made. The Free Speech Coalition has notified that a personal injury lawyer firm has begun sending demanding letters to websites that are accessible in the Kansas without age verification. The law firm's demand letter seeks close to $1 million in damages for alleging violating the Kansas age verification law, which went into effect in July. In Kansas, simply access of an adult website by a minor may be enough to bring a civil case. No demonstration of actual harm is required under the law. Claims of statutory damages begin at $50,000. The state attorney general is also empowering to bring litigation. See, here's the thing. Nobody is harmed, but yet they're going to bring civil suit to this situation. This is well over the unconstitutionality to this situation, because they say adult website. So what do you identify as an adult website? Wicked.com? Okay. Any of the other porn sites, Parasited or any of the others, those are adult websites. Yeah, sure, that's all them. Netflix is an adult website. You say, well, they have kids stuff on there. Yes, but they have adult material on there. They have R-rated movies. They have NC-17 movies. So does Amazon Prime. So does Tubi TV. So does many other websites. And you can go through the news media websites. You can go through the book websites. All of that have adult material on them. Think about that for a minute. These law firms, these state governments are overreaching to the situation, which will cause major situation. We saw that little video. I had that little video the last time. But they, in Australia, they're admitting, yeah, we know it's going to be a problem, because it's going to cause situations where basically it's going to violate adult consumer rights.
14 or 15 or 16. You're also testing to see, by definition, if they're 16 plus. So if there's going to be age verification, everybody is going to have to go through an age verification process, won't they? Yes.
Yes.
So this isn't just about the privacy or collecting data about kids. This is literally everybody accessing social media. That's how it has to work, isn't it?
Yes.
Senator Shoebridge, you just used the term age verification. You may not have been in the room when we had a discussion about the distinction between age verification and age assurance. This is an age assurance trial.
This is, if you're going to have age assurance for kids 13, 14, 15 or 16, testing, if they're that age, you're testing everyone's age and you're doing it at that level of age assurance. And that has privacy and data protection implications for literally everybody accessing social media, doesn't it?
Yes, and that's one of the reasons why we've commissioned consumer research to look at consumer willingness in particular aspects.
We're paying around to see, try to make people feel good about it. This is the stupidity that happens, in government itself. Free Speech Coalition has reviewed a letter demanding such compensation. It is not formal legal filing, but it claims that an unnamed minor was allegedly able to access the company's website using their parents' laptop, which was not equipped with a parental filter. That's the parents' situation, not the site. The letter offers to settle the case before any litigation is initiated based on the information contained in the letter and public statements made by the firm. The FSC believes other companies may have received or will be receiving such similar demanding letters. We have long warned that these laws will be weaponized to threaten and harass adult businesses, says Alice Bowden, Executive Director of the Free Speech Coalition. The threat of expensive litigation and fines has long been used by the government to attack and silence the adult industry and other businesses as well. This is not only the adult industry. If history is a guide, we are stronger when we are band together against such litigation. While the FSC has challenged many of these unconstitutional age verification laws in court, they currently remain in effect. Adult sites should be aware of the increased risk of enforcement and should consult their legal counsel if they have any questions. Free Speech Coalition asks anyone who is contacted by either a state attorney general or private firm contact FSC immediately, as we may have legal resources available. See, this is where we're at. This is where we're at with this situation. People will take advantage of the situation and try to milk it for all the money it can.
And through your negligence, this child has suffered severe neck injuries.
Leave me alone!
Stick with me, kid, and you can afford enough Nintendo software to sink a battleship.
I can sue my parents?
I sued mine.
Ow, my neck!
This is the same way with collection bureaus. When, if you have a collection that's your due, certain states, there are laws that protect you, that there is a statute of limitations to the point. Here in New York, like for a credit, if you owe a credit card, it's 3 years. And basically, they still send out letters even after the fact. In fact, it's stamped in red in most of these letters that basically it's past the statute of limitation. If you contact them, if you talk to them and something like that, you start to roll back the clock. If you start to make deals with them. Yes, you are responsible for it. You deal with it within the time that you can, because I know people out there that, they have struggled to the situation where, yeah, they did fall behind. Eventually, they will take care of it. But a lot of these groups, they go straight to the courts and convince the courts to basically, throw out paperwork on there. And then there are there are bureaus that are nefarious that will make fake ones and basically send it out there that you're being sued. But if you take the moment and look it up or contact the court and say, hey, listen, am I being sued? They'll let you know if that you are to that situation. But this is what happens. Like I said, this is nothing against lawyers, period. Lawyers are needed, very important. You need to know the law. But the thing about it is, there are those that weaponizes certain laws against you as a private business owner or someone that works for, certain organizations that, that certain politics doesn't like. The adult porn industry, the manga and anime industry. I've heard this past week, that they're still trying to push together the difference between standard anime and manga and hentai and lolly, and cheese pizza. They're trying to say, well, Japan has had cheese pizza legalized for many years now. They're just now catching up to the situation. No. It's been illegal since the early 1900s. What Japan is doing is that they've closed a lot of loopholes in between, which that happens. There's always laws that have a lot of loopholes. And they say, well, they're still drawing like girls and stuff like that. We don't like that. They're characters. They're fictional characters. They don't exist. Yes, there's some stuff that's really dark and evil out there. And that should be handled accordingly. But you don't kill the entire industry. It's the same thing in Hollywood. Does anyone have a problem against the Netflix series Big Mouth? Did you know quietly Netflix has removed Cuties from the lineup? It's no longer available on Netflix. Think about that for a minute. There are these issues that come up. And there are those out there that are going to take advantage to make a big buck. You are not going to make money when it comes to these lawsuits. When you see them on TV, they said they have all these, if you've gotten sick because of this, and if you've gotten hurt because of this, you may be due some money. Yeah. In the end, if there's a question to that situation, go out and get yourself a lawyer personally. Don't go with these personal injury lawyers. Find yourself a good lawyer. And there are some great ones out there that will sit and look at your case. If you have a case to the situation and if there's something due to you, fine. You're going to get what you're going to get, and they're going to get paid what they're supposed to get paid. They're not cheap. Most lawyers will sit there and, it's like $500, $1,000 just to start up stuff. I mean, to the situation that I've been going through in the last 3 years, I've learned a lot when it comes down to it. Because basically there are those that basically they want their 2 cents. And they think that they can snap back at you and tell you, well, no, you owe me money. And I'm not talking about lawyers. I'm talking about people getting involved to the situation, not a leg to stand on. And saying, well, I'll take you to court. The lawyer tells them, you got 50 grand? Because that's what's going to cost you just to see the inside of a courtroom sometimes. Because it's going to cost thousands and thousands of dollars. Going to a lawyer is not cheap. This is why you have these groups like these personal injury lawyers. They're going to sit there and make money off of you. So let me know in the comments below. Let me know your thoughts about this. Because this is still, it's censorship. It's pure age verification is pure censorship. We know it. They're going to tell you that we're here to save the children, but they're not. They don't give a shit about the children. So let me know in the comments. Like, subscribe, and share. And thank you for those who have clicked on this video. I really do appreciate it. You come here on a constant basis. We really appreciate you checking out our videos because there are thousands of videos here on these social media platforms. So until next time, thank you for tuning in, and Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays. Bye-bye now.